Hello everyone, welcome to today's episode on Land Matters 101, brought to you by KingMaker Homes. Well, in case you've forgotten, I'm still your number one trusted realtor, and I go by the name Peter Okorafo. And as always, I'll be your host, or you could say facilitator, taking you through an educative series of understanding land documents. So keep it logged in. Well, in our last episode, I started discussing land classification, which I'll be continuing today. Now, if you could recall that in our last episode, I highlighted the two states of a land, which I explained the first, and today I will be explaining the second, which is acquired. Now, if you by any means mixed the previous episode on land matters, well, I strongly suggest you go back right now and watch them before coming back to watch this episode. Because you know why? You cannot understand further maths unless you understood basic mathematics. Well, the good news is each episode of this series of land matters will be made available in our YouTube channel and all of our social media platforms, so you can always go back and rewatch them. Now let's get to work. Today I'll be discussing the second state of a land, which is acquired. Now there are two types of acquisition or acquired. The first one is committed acquisition, and the second is global or general acquisition. Now let's start with committed acquisition. A parcel of land is said to be under committed acquisition if the government has indicated an intention or interest to use that particular portion of land for a specific purpose, such as provision of amenities. Now, such land belongs to the government and cannot be available for use by individuals. Under no circumstances should you purchase a land that is under committed acquisition. And why is this so? Simply because if you buy a land that is under committed acquisition, it will be very, very difficult for you to process a proper title document on that land. Well, I know why I didn't want to use impossible, because this is Nigeria. If you know what I mean, I'll just leave it there. And secondly, if you do, you will only be occupying that land until the government comes to kick you out, which means you will end up losing your investment without any compensation. So be warned. Don't buy, no matter how cheap it might be. Even if they tell you to buy one plot and get three for free, just flee. Well, the truth is, Omoniles won't tell you this, and that is because that might be the actual reason why they want to sell the property to you in the first place. Or they really might not know that that particular portion of land is under committed acquisition. So whichever way it is, just flee. Well, you know, one of my mentors, Grant Cardone, we always say that the first rule of investment is don't lose money, and the second is don't lose money. And this basically means that the safety and security of your investment should be your number one priority, not just the return on investment. And why is this so? Because you can only get returns on investments that are safe and secure. So do your homework properly before committing to any investment. Not just when buying real estate, but any other investment that involves putting your hard-earned money. So be warned. I believe that is well understood. And this concludes our class for today. In our next class, I'll be discussing the second type of acquisition, which is global or committed acquisition. So you don't want to miss this for anything. So keep it logged in. And if you've not yet started following us on social media platforms at KingMaker Homes, well, I'm sorry, but you might miss out on the next episode of Land Matters. And most importantly, if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, well, that is very, very, very bad, because that is the only platform where you can get the full videos of every episode on this series of Land Matters. So hurry up, go to YouTube and click the subscribe button. See you in our next class. Now, if you have any questions or you want to make an inquiry, please feel free to call any of the numbers on the screen right now, or you could send me a DM on any of my social media accounts. So bye for now.